Hey there, Ranger Nation. It's Nate, and welcome to the webcast with Attitude LR4. And this is episode 176. Beware the glare. There's a reason why it's called that. It has to do with Dino Fury's episode. But let me double check to make sure we're working on this end. Hopefully, I'll delay a little bit. There we go. Perfect. It's working. Just gonna do that. All right. So we got some topics to discuss here. As usual, nothing different. But before we do that, let me introduce you to my more phenomenal co-hosts. All right, we are joined by Alicia for the first time. You can go ahead and mute your mic. Yeah, she is our guys. If you don't know Alicia, she is our Violet Ranger, representing a character she made up herself, and she's been with us since I think can't remember 2020, I think maybe.
I think, yeah, beginning of 2020, right after we met, you invited me.
Yeah, and also we have Rick putting away his comics, as usual, and then we've got David.
Hey,
Getting bags and board, buddy.
So anyway, guys, this has been a tough week, as you all know about everything. How's everybody doing? Alicia, I want to go to you. How have you been?
I feel like my heart's been ripped out of my chest most days. I'm trying to stay strong, because otherwise I know I hear his voice in the back of my head. So
yeah, it's tough. And let me go to Rick. Rick, how you been, man, since this week?
I mean, it's just hard to believe. The circumstances being mentioned in rumors and stuff, it's like, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. But way too many rumors, way too many Facebook posts. You know, I get it. And the ones that are actually about rest in peace, stuff like that, great. You know, so be that. But I'm just getting tired of seeing all the rumors and conspiracies and
right. And it's just like, listen, you know,
damn,
whatever happened.
the election had less.
David, what about you, man? How you been?
oh, good.
How does it
It has been a tough week. I did had a good Thanksgiving though, so that's a plus.
That's right. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Alicia, I saw your post on your Facebook.
it was the first time I've eaten. Yeah.
She ate some duck.
Wow.
Yes. And I looked at it and I'm like, that's duck?
Yep.
I mean, it's a bird.
Well, there you go. And then Rick, how about you, man? How was your Thanksgiving?
Mine was
your
hard.
family?
Huh?
Oh, yeah.
It was hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, my dad passed earlier this year, just before Power Morphicon, and
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
so,
it was a tough time. I mean, they'll just
like it was literally the day before we got on the plane to go to Power Morphicon.
well, it was the day before we went to my dad's, actually, or it was on the day we went to my dad's.
Yeah, it was the day before we got on the plane. It was Wednesday, the 24th of August.
And it was very tough. And David, you said you had a good Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah.
So did I. I mean, we had our Thanksgiving on the 20th. It was tough because, you know, finding out about JDF and all that. We had it earlier because my dad last week, and he went over this week. He was leaving to go to Tennessee for the Bengals versus Tennessee this week. So my sister was going to her in-laws, my brother's.
At least he saw a winning game.
Yeah. And so for actually Thanksgiving, my dad said me and my mom could use this card. Anyway, my mom and I went to IHOP. So my mom
wanted to make sure you guys were good.
Because I was thinking, well, first I was like, what is open on Thanksgiving? And we stopped by IHOP to make sure they're like, okay, oh, for one, I'm like, no, I'm asking a question. Are you guys open on Thanksgiving? And they're like, yeah, we started staying open until 8 on, and it's very crazy because apparently that night when they closed
Chinese
up,
restaurants.
I'll be right
and they actually had a lot of they had a big order for Walmart that night, so they had to close up. They close up at 8, so that way they can attend to that order, a catering order for Walmart. And I'm like, what?
Wait,
You guys
wait,
really
wait,
have to
wait,
do-
wait, wait, wait. IHOP does catering.
A lot of restaurants do catering. Yeah, why are you both?
I had no
Well,
clue.
My dog and my cat, or my dog and my sister's cat, decide to be right here, and my cat just really. Can I help you? Huh? This dog. I swear.
Hey, at least they're friendly.
You call. That ain't friendly. That's
It's
I'm gonna
no
tear
better
your
than-
freaking face off.
It's better than my stepmom's dog and cats.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
the dog will literally nip at their tail.
And if you wonder what that big
He
fuzzy
will
thing is,
come up
that's my
right
dog's
behind
tail.
and just go.
So, guys, as usual, if any of you are watching this on YouTube, feel free to say some stuff in the comments section. There's an age restriction on here
Keep
because
it polite.
because the fact is, it's just that YouTube and their things saying, oh well, if it's a kids show thing related, we're gonna have to do this. It's like, no, we're not doing. We talk about a show that's for kids.
Well, fuck you.
But we are the OG. We're the OG fans. We were the first generation fans of Power Rangers. We're the veteran fans of Power Rangers, talking about it for the next generation of Power Ranger fans to come. So, anyway,
We'll be
we're gonna wait
popular
for
in
Alicia.
20 years. Don't worry.
We're gonna wait for Alicia to get back. But like I said, guys, it has been a tough week. We did a dedication to Jason Dave Frank. Dedicated last Sunday's episode to Jason Dave Frank. It's guys. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, I mean, he's gone, man. We got to move on. It's like, no, it's not going to be easy because
No.
he's always been to a lot of conventions. He went to
Yeah.
comic stores to help out with comics.
No, he was supposed to be at a convention this weekend.
Exactly, and it's just been very crazy.
There's a lot of people that were just in shock, that were excited to go meet him, and some of them probably for the first time.
Boy, was I lucky to have met him earlier this year.
Yeah, and it's very tough. And I know I hate bringing up something so sad, but he did mean a lot to the fans. And I know a lot of the actors are great to the fans, but Jason went above and beyond when it came to his fandom, the fandom.
Yep.
Well, I think part of the reason he did that was because by doing so, it allowed him to feed the ego everyone claims he has. And it turned into a double-sided benefit. The fans got what they wanted from him. He got what he wanted from the fans, and his ego was happy.
A lot of people, saying, "Oh, yeah,
there's a way to do it and keep everybody happy."
Yeah, and he did. Every actor has an ego, but my
internet cut out for a second.
Okay,
and
I
mean, he did what he could. Was he perfect? Oh, hell no.
No,
but
he went above. He still went above.
You find me an actor that's perfect, and I'll show you one that's not.
And the fact
it'll be the same person.
It's going to be hard at conventions because the conventions that he has appeared at and everything. I'm sure it's going to be hard for the actors and the fans as well. Very hard.
Yeah.
And I know how hard it is for his daughter, his kid. I don't know about. I mean, I know his other daughter, Sky. I know it's been tough for her too. Oh, she's back, guys. We can't say anything bad about her anymore. We can't say anything bad about her because she's back. Okay, so yeah.
Can't say
Okay, fine. I'll put the laughing
No, we
gas
love
on.
Alicia, we all love you here. You're awesome. Now, Alicia, if you want to say if you want to say something, go right ahead. I mean, I know that you could tell us if you feel it like bringing it up. It's up to you.
About Jason.
Mm-hmm. That's totally up to you, though. I mean, I'm not trying to, force you to say anything about him.
Where do you start? Best man I ever knew. I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for him. And it feels wrong that this is the way he went out when there were so many nights that he kept me from doing that exact same thing. He became my best friend. I didn't talk to him as much as some other people. I didn't travel with him, so obviously I'm not with the family or close friends at the funeral, but I did see Jason a week before he died, and apparently the man gave me a gift that I never thought I'd ever have nor ever wanted, but to be his very last man standing. He insisted on walking me to the door that night. So,
Yeah, and
the last person to see him alive at a con.
yeah. And that gift that he got you was the keys to the Dragon Dagger. I mean, the Dragon Sword. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just joking. Yeah. Hey, no worry about parking spots anymore. Stupid
No,
bastard.
he took that back when he sunk Daniel Logan on me.
Could you imagine having that sword? Oh my god, that'd be that. It's like, oh look, there's a parking spot. So, but guys, like I said, I know what we talked about this. Me and Rick talked about this last week. Dedicating to Jason A. Frank. That's why I'm wearing this in honor of him and everything. This wasn't on the topic list, but I added to it because it was posted today. So let me post it right here. So guys, tomorrow they're doing a memorial celebration of the life of Jason A. Frank. Live stream through Facebook. The event will be live streamed Monday, the 28th at 10:30 a.m. Central Time on his
11:30 Eastern.
Yeah, and for whoever look at your
Or
time.
8 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, and
or 8:30. Sorry.
Yeah, so guys, if you want to tune into that, pay your respects. I'm sure that a lot of his family will appreciate that, and but make sure you guys be
Respectful.
be kind, very respectful. Don't say anything inappropriate. Don't be rude, because I would hope that they would kick you out of the stream, because it's not time for negativity. This is honoring him and what he meant to everybody. So, and before we move on to the other part of the topics, I wanted to say this right here. Let me go back to all of us here. So, I want to do something for everything. I was working on this. I think you guys seen this on the group page and the group chat. I wanted to do a tribute live stream with the fans, include like people from the fandom. Try to get a special guest here or something like that. Somebody that, stuff like that. Pay tribute to Jason Dave Frank and tell stories about him, or a Facebook Live one time. I mean, it's not going to be right now. I'm going to try to work on it and see when everybody's available, and try to get that set up in honor of him. And if you guys follow us, if you guys like our Facebook page, and if you if you follow us on Twitter, you'll notice that we have a new cover photo. And our old admin and co-host Bill, a friend of ours, I asked him to put this together. I'll show you it real quick. Actually, you know what, guys, go to our Facebook page and check it out. It's an image. It's a little logo that I had him put together representing Jason Dave Frank. it's going to be tough for a while.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people think that, oh, it's going to move on. And I've got some other plans to find. I have ideas of how also to pay tribute to him. I'm going to talk to Alicia, you, and Rick private on this. I have an idea. Literally came to me in my this idea came to me when I was taking a shower, which was awkward. When something like a tribute, when a freaking tribute to somebody comes to you when you're taking a shower, that's very weird. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. I was like, that sounds like a good idea. Sounds like a good idea. But can I not take a shower when I'm thinking this?
So I do have a tribute idea that I've wanted to work on when I can pull myself up out of the depth of grief that I've been in.
Right.
I would like fans that had pictures with him to send in pictures, and I'm going to use them to make a pixel graph and superimpose picture of Jason over top of it so that we, the fans, can make up him, because it was one of the most important things to him was his fans. It was his passion. It was his love. And it's the most fitting tribute I can think of for the man.
That's great. Alicia, I know it's been tough for you, and guys, just to let you know, with her knowing that she knew Jason, guys, be respectful to Alicia. Don't ask her a lot of questions. Don't message her about it, because that, that's private. Because that's, if she wants to talk about it, that's up to her, and be respectful. I don't want anybody messaging her and saying, "Oh, what happened? Do you know?" It's like, you don't ask people that question.
I know more than you guys know. Not even those closest to him know anything, really.
Exactly. And the fact is, as we said, be respectful to his family and everything. And listen, with everything that was going on between him and his wife, his ex-wife, don't blame her for it. Don't blame anybody for it. Whatever happened, we don't know. Don't go after them, because it's not right. Okay. We just have to remember the good times. We all have to remember the good times. That's all we can do. Just remember everything that he's done for the fandom, and he'll be very missed. And like I said, guys, a true legend in the Power Ranger community, and a part of Power Rangers. And I know, he will go down. He has gone down, and he will be remembered as a real legend to all of us. Not just because of Power Ranger. Like I said this before, if he might have played a superhero on television, but he's a real role model and a real superhero to everyone. He was a big deal to everybody. So just remember that. So we're going to go ahead and move on to our other topics. So guys, if you recognize this thing called Flame Toys, we talked about that interesting Megazord that looked like a bestial formation, but now we have some action figures that they are releasing, modeling kits from Flame Toys. So here we go. They are releasing, and I think these are going. They're releasing these individually. I know that. They're like They're like kind of like a small figures. I don't know the scale.
I believe that they're on scale with the Japanese Super Shudo figures.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure these are literally just them.
So anyway, let's go ahead and show you the first.
Except for yellow, where it's the female version.
We've got the Red Ranger. And like I said, guys, in the description, I will put a link in the description where you can buy all these and find them. So that'll be at the end of this episode. So there's the Red Ranger right there. If you can see right here, the mouth is kind of hard to see, but you have to zoom in order to get a good look at it. I'm sure you can actually, if you wanted to, you can actually paint in some of the details there.
Yeah.
But,
if you're good at that.
Yeah, if you have a good. And then let's go to the next one. So, yeah, there's that. It's posable, obviously. And then here's what it comes with. It comes with, let's see, 1, 2, Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hands, and also it comes with the Blade Blaster in Blade mode, Blaster mode, and Holster mode, and the Power Sword. And here's all the stuff you have to do in order to put it together.
Yep.
So in other words, if you have the time and patience to put this together, you can do. I'm sorry. I don't know. I would literally like this. You know what? I quit. It's staying in its box. I quit. Oh my god.
Remember when buildable figures were popular in the 80s?
I mean, we would spend too much time. I don't know. I mean, seriously. Okay, don't mess up. Don't.
This was a model kit.
Yep. So yeah. Oh yeah. So guys.
So was that.
So when Rick was at PMC, he was working on those at night. I kid you not.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, while I was sleeping and everything, Rick was at the desk working on these model kits, and I'm looking, and I open my eyes up. I'm like, dude, I'm thinking to myself, dude, just you're gonna have to pack those things up.
It was actually easier to pack them up once they were built.
Anyway, we're gonna go on to the next one. We got the Blue Ranger. And then he comes with, and it looks like his power lance does come apart and combines. And as usual, he has these many, just basically showing you everything that it comes with. And here's some of the stuff that you're going to deal with once you put it together. And you think the helmet would already be put together? No, you have to put it together yourself. See it right there?
I know. So much fun.
Yeah. Wait, what is that? Is that I don't even know what that is right there. You got the horn, you got the head. It's like, oh my. Yeah, and they even have a.
Yeah.
Who has the time? I don't have the time. I don't have the time or patience to put all this together.
Nate, you have the time.
I just don't have the patience. Is that better? Oh,
That's another model kit.
so anyway, next up, we've got the Black Ranger.
Uh-huh.
And there we go again with all that detail.
And
all
you
that
even
stuff.
have to assemble the power axe.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice it. Wait, hold on a sec. Let me go back to the Blue Ranger real quick. Do they have to? No, you don't really have to assemble that.
No, the lance is fine, and the sword should probably be fine, but the axe is a buildable piece. I can't wait.
See, Rick is excited about this. Me, I'm just like,
Yes.
Nope, not for the not.
The Troopers on the model kit era.
Yeah, and
I
now we've
love
got
model kits.
yeah, and we got the Yellow Ranger, and I
they're
know
so
he's going to
good.
get that.
But yes,
Now the
the
power
model
daggers
kits
are
are so
fun.
much fun. My only regret is once they're built, I can't build them again.
And then he'll buy the next model kit that
Send them
comes
to
out.
us and we build a new one.
Then it comes, yeah, exactly. What the hell? Oh, there is a piece that
Thought
has to
about
go with that. And then last but not least, you've got the Pink Ranger. And the fun of putting that together. And
Go back
going back, hold on a sec. The power bow.
to
Yeah,
Pink Ranger's thing.
Yeah, hold on a sec. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
No, the power bow does not need to be constructed. Okay.
So let's go back to the first picture real quick before we move on to the other part of this topic. If I can get there. Many years later, still trying to. What? There. I have an arrow for a reason. Wait, I'm going down. Go back up. Going the wrong way. Going the wrong. No. Zoom out. Alicia, you have never seen any of these webcasts, have you?
No.
Yeah. This is how it is. I know what I'm doing, but then it's like, I just. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, for the love of there. So the power weapons do combine to make the power blaster. See the corner right there.
Yep.
So there you go. And now you think that's over with all these modeling kits? No, Rick, you got lucky. I said,
Are we getting green?
Not yet. I'm sure we'll get it eventually, but you got lucky with the modeling kits because we are getting a model kit Megazord. Yeah.
Wow. Yes.
And it does, the Zords do come apart and they do combine.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a picture of the individual ones, but they're in that little promo shot. They do combine, kind of like the ones. I don't know how big they are, but there it is. What it looks like right there. There you go, right there.
I want it.
So yeah, not that anybody doesn't have the Dino Megazord or the Megazord in their collection
I
already.
want that.
I don't.
She's like, but maybe I should try. So let me go down the line here. So Alicia, what do you think of the Flame Toys and everything, the model kits and everything? What do you think of them?
I think it's interesting. I mean, like I said, it's very 80s and 90s. Model kits were a huge thing. I know that's coming back. I don't know. I think the fans are going to be 50-50 on it. There's going to be some that absolutely love the modeling process and be able to build and create their own toys. The fact they're combinable is awesome. But on the other aspect, there's those of us who are like, I just paid this much for it and I got to put the dang thing together too.
And I'm one of those people right here.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
I'm
I gotta
one of
spend
those
my time
people that'd
doing
be
what?
like, you mean I get to put it together too? Sweet.
Oh, that's not what I'm thinking. But so, guys, it is available. I think these are available on Tokulectables. I have to look. Yeah. So the Rangers, they are available on Tokulectables. Full payment, $40
Per
each.
figure.
Yep. Plus, they have a 4. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Let me go to David now. I forgot to ask him. David, what do you think of these?
Oh, they're cool. I'd get one of them. Obviously, the blue one. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Rick, we already know your idea of it. We know you love
I
it.
want them all. And I want the Megazord. My bank account is telling me no right now, and I'm trying to convince it otherwise.
Yeah, come on. You want to come on. You want to.
Like,
No,
I may have to
dude.
get a
No.
part-time job to afford this.
You might have to work the street corner.
No. I wouldn't make as much. Nobody wants
Okay, I do
fat.
not need to know that part, but all right.
No one wants
Anyway.
fat man.
Alicia's just sitting there like, I'm staying out of this one. I am staying out of this
No.
one.
But I was thinking, if you guys like the Ranger toys, check your local Big Lotses. They got the Rangers with their cars in, and they're like $8 each.
Oh, are you talking about the ones at Ollie's and stuff like that?
Mm-hmm.
Those are, yeah. I hate to say this, I'm not a big fan of those because I mean the way they look, even though like the Megazord and stuff, they make it look like it's going to be great, but then when you see the actual look of it, it's like, what in the world is this monstrosity? You tried, but so like I said, $40 each for the Ranger model kit. The Megazord is $109. So they also have a 4 interest fee installment payment plan for $27.25. So Alicia, well, let me say this. For me, I probably wouldn't buy these because I don't have the patience to put together figures like this. You know, modeling kits. My hand gets very shaky, so I would have to be very careful putting this together. So yeah, Alicia, what would you say?
I can't afford it. My money goes to cosplay. I don't have leftover funds for fun stuff. But I don't know. I'm a crafter. I love building stuff, but I hate model kits. I really do.
I could just imagine you going like this, and then your husband comes in. Yeah. Hey, babe. What? you see what I'm doing right now? Okay, I'll talk to you. I was just saying that. I was asking what you want for dinner.
Now my luck would be, dang, I dropped that piece. No, Kitty, no, and that's gone forever.
And now that cat's gonna have to crap it out, and I gotta clean. And great, now I'm gonna have to go through the litter box. Like, okay, where's it? Yeah. David, what about you, man? What do you think?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
So, would you buy this? I mean, I know you said that.
I mean, why not? If there's enough room.
Rick, we already know your answer.
Yeah, if I can convince my bank account, yes.
Yeah. So, and like I said, guys, modeling kits are fun, but the fact is, I don't know. I just couldn't sit there and spend time trying to put together a figure that could come out just the way it is. But so, guys, and as Rick said, like, oh, is there a Green Ranger? Is there a Green Ranger? I'm like, there probably will be at some point. I mean, if you're doing all five Rangers, you're gonna have to have a Green Ranger. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
with the Sword of Darkness,
they're going to have to make the Dragon Shield swappable. So it'll probably include pieces to replace the arms on red and black in order to have the gold bands.
Right. And it's just oh, wow. So anyway, the next topic we're going to get into is some merchandise from Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2 that has shown up at some places like Walmart, Target, some of the other figures and everything. So let's go ahead and talk about that here. We've got Void King, which is a basic figure. It's translucent, which I think is really cool. I think a lot of people, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting this figure for the key. And it's a nice translucent look to it. So I think it is available. I think people have found it, and it is compatible with the Dino Knight Morpher. The key is, and also I think you can put it in your Dino Fury Morpher as well. So that's been shown up somewhere. I mean, hopefully I can find it. I'm looking for the Henchman because I know that's available. Next up, we've got the Gold Ranger in Master Mode, and okay, guys, I've said this plenty of times. I'm going to say this again. The key. They include the exact same key you would get with the original gold, the other Gold Ranger. Itself. We could have got a different key. What? Alicia's like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm just going to sit here hugging my bear. I'm going to hug this bear. Yeah, she's hugging her Teddy Jason. Wow, that sounded so weird.
Well, no,
go ahead.
He took it from me at a con and hugged it and handed it to me because it was going to be a collectible to sign, but I had a panic attack. So he took it from me and hugged it and said, there, now every time that you hug him, you'll be hugging me. So
that's nice.
Don't mind me.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So there's that, and then look at the figure. Comes with his weapon, the Dino Master Saber. Be nice if they released that as an actual role-playing item, but no, we'll never know. And in the back, right there. And now we have a double pack, cycle pack, which includes the Blue Ranger with the Terra Freeze, the Freeze battle armor, and a cycle that he did not use in the show, and it comes with Lord Zed.
Basically, it's a blue version of the Dino Fury cycle.
Kind of. I mean, the Dino Fury cycle was a little bit different looking in the show than this. So
of course, it's slightly different.
So yeah, I mean, guys, I've seen this at Walmart and everything.
I almost bought it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to put links in the description at the end of this episode, like I said, where you guys can buy them and everything if you haven't had a chance. Because we're almost done with this month, guys. Next week is the last month of this. Next week is the end of this month. So if you guys want to spend the money, there you go. Cyber Mondays tomorrow. So let me go to Alicia. Alicia, what do you think of the Dino Fury Season 2 merchandise and everything?
I think they've done pretty good on it. I'm not overly familiar with the show, but I've of course seen the pictures and screen grabs and everything, just being a part of the Ranger family. So I think that they're doing really good on trying to bring out the figures, and it's nice that they're doing a variety of the shows.
Right. What about you, David? What do you think of the basic line of, and then this right here?
They're pretty awesome. I mean, I have been following the show, of course, so they've done a good job.
Yeah. Rick, what do you think of the basic figures and the 2-pack here?
I mean, overall, not too bad. I agree with you on the keys. It would have been nice if they gave us different keys with the different forms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when Bandai did this, they would have given us like 19 different forms of each of the Rangers and been like, have to collect them all.
Yeah. But Hasbro's doing that, and except they're giving us the extra. So basically, if you lose one key, you'll have the extra one just behind, just right there. It's great. But all in all, I mean, I like that they include Lord Zed there because he has been in the first. He was in season. It was in season. Was it season 1?
He returned in
season
one for the Halloween episode.
For the Halloween episode, and then he returned for the second half of Dino Fury. So it's cool of how they're representing his character. So yeah, with me, I basically would get the figures just to have them, and also the key. Except I don't know about the Master Mode one, but who knows?
I mean, if the Master Mode thing can come off, it would be worth getting in order to have to be able to put it on the other figures that you already do have.
I think it actually can come off. I've seen some people take it off and put it on other figures. You just got to be very careful. It might actually
be worth it.
Then you just got to be careful when you pop the head off.
Because, I mean, it's literally a standard gold Dino Fury Ranger, just with a cape at that point.
Yeah, and like I said, guys.
Well, that's a Blue Ranger with his armor vest. So, I mean.
Yeah. And like I said, guys, I will find a link for these where you guys can buy these. Just you'll have to wait until I can look up websites, because at the end of these episodes, I usually try to make sure to put them in the description at the end of an episode. That way, if you guys want to purchase them and you don't want to do you don't want to look it up yourself, I make sure it's easy so that way you guys can just go directly to the link and purchase this item at a certain place. If it's not available, then I'm not going to post it, because then it's pointless. Like, for instance, it's like me posting a link to the Green Ranger pillow. That's probably not right behind you. That's probably not available. Probably sold out. So, it's like you don't want to post something that's sold out. So, next up, our topic list, we've got some news, Ranger Stop and Pop news for 2023. They announced their first guest for next year. And guys, I've met this guy twice at PMC in 2018. I met him at Ranger Stop in 2019. And guys, you should definitely stop by and say hi to this guy. You're probably thinking, what guy? Who are you talking about? The first guest to be announced for Ranger Stop and Pop 2023 is, drum roll please, RJ Kyler, Billy Cranston from Power Rangers 2017, the movie. He will be there, guys. Make sure you guys bring something for him to sign, or make sure you bring some money with you when you go see him.
The money part's the important part.
Yes. Okay. Everybody in this webcast right now that has been to a convention and know that they need money, raise their hand. Raise your hand if you've been to a convention and know, yeah. Alicia's like, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, so yeah. Guys, I met him. I got him to sign my Power Ranger movie poster.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Cinemark. So, I mean, I know some people really didn't. There's some people that didn't like the movie very much. Some people did. I mean, with me, I enjoyed it.
Same.
I wish we would have gotten more from it after it. I understand it was more of an origin story talking about, them individually and all that stuff. But, it would have been cool if they would have continued it.
Yeah.
But Alicia, what do you think of this guest announcement for Ranger Stop and Pop?
I think it's a good start. I know they're going to have an amazing group there this year. It should go really well. You guys will really enjoy yourselves.
Yeah. And you've heard of Ranger Stop and Pop, right? It's Ranger Stop is one in Orlando, and this one is in Atlanta.
Yeah, this is like a sister con to Ranger Stop.
Yeah, Mike, the owner, is a friend of mine.
Yeah, I know Michael. He's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
Alicia,
Mike.
He's really cool.
Alicia has the inside scoop, so guys, don't ask her questions. It's like, I know who's going to be there. You guys are not ready.
Like, please don't ask me questions. I can't answer them. I'm under NDAs. Please don't ask me stuff.
She knows the. Don't worry, guys. We'll be asking her questions later after the show, and we won't be saying anything about it. So that's why we have her on LR4, because she's got the juice. She's got the inside scoop now. David, man, what do you think with RJ Kyler being going to be at Ranger Stop and Pop next year?
Oh, that's really awesome. I met him briefly at Ranger Stop 2019, and he's a really cool dude. And I liked his version of Billy. Really did kind of spoke to me, because since his Billy was on the spectrum. So yeah.
Rick, what about you, man? I mean, we're probably not going to be going to this next year because.
I mean, that's unfortunate, but money says no. So, yeah.
Yeah. And to let you guys know, me and Rick are going to Lexington next year. So, yep. But I wouldn't mind going to Ranger Stop next year in 2023, but we'll see what happens. We don't promise anything. We can't promise anything until we know ourselves. But anyway,
let me know. I'm looking for someone to split a hotel room with if I go.
So in other words, either me or Rick are going to have to be on the floor. Yeah, she's a married woman. I can't be sleeping next to a married woman, and I am not sharing a bed with Rick. That would be awkward.
Yeah. So,
I mean, my first time sleeping before the time.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. I'll be going like this. I'll be like. I am not. That's what me and Rick will have to go like this. All right, heads or tails? Are you gonna be sleeping on the bed, and are you gonna get the cot? Okay, heads or tails? Pulls out a gun. Oh, okay. I'm sleeping on the top.
I slept on a dresser once at a con.
A what?
A dresser. We had so many people in the room. The floor was taken. I had to climb up on the dresser and sleep there for the con.
David's face, like, dude, I don't know how I could picture that right. Like, she's part cat. You didn't know that?
Apparently.
She hops up there.
I said I was a peepo. That's what happens when cosplayers go like hamsters in hotel rooms.
I'm sorry. I wake up and I see her on the dresser. I'll be like, what are you doing up there? I don't know. I just couldn't find a spot to sleep. I'm like, well, okay. Do you mind if I grab my clothes right here? I don't mean to wake you or anything. So, David, are you going to be going to Ranger Stop? You said you're going to Ranger Stop and Pop next year.
Maybe, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Put you on the spot there, David. Put you on the spot. On the Ranger Stop and Spot. Get it? That was terrible. But anyway, guys, definitely I'll put a link for this so you guys can get your tickets for that. It should be a lot of fun. I wish me and Rick were going to go. Apparently, guys, if you want to share a room with Alicia, sounds awkward, but yeah. Her number is no.
Her number is 555-5555. It's up to you to figure out the area code.
Her number is 911.
No, it's like that Blake Meslin guy, or the attorney who number is all fours. Hers is all fives. Now just figure out the area code.
Are you talking about that guy? Call Blake Mason. God, I can't stand that commercial.
Yeah.
That's all I hear is every single time.
And no, we're not being funded by him, unfortunately. Although he should probably drop us a check $100 each.
So, Alicia, you get to experience this topic because this is
Oh well.
Rick's boom time.
Oh.
Yes, I came up with the name, and yes, I changed up the image a little bit because he is discussing Mighty Morphin 100 and the Recharge series and Mighty Morphin and Ninja Turtles 2. But actually, you know what, Rick? Before we do that, I'll let you look it up really quick. But Alicia, she's like, oh God, what are you going to do? Alicia, when we met, you told me about something that was very interesting. The comic book that you are working on.
Legacy
Now-
Force.
Yep. And what is it called?
It's called Power Rangers Legacy Force. It was a pet project that I started with Jason. It's where I created the Violet Ranger, or Katana Catherine. She's an immortal being that was an original morphing master. This is back before Power Rangers were people who just landed in the lap. This was the Temple of Light. They were morphing masters. This is Zordon's era before he went into the dimension. That is the era she's from. In fact, she was on the team with Zordon in my comic book series. It's a 4-part series going from her coming back and then bringing Tommy back as an adult. It's the Rangers as an adult. It's called Legacy Force because it is the Legacy Rangers. It started out, I was just bringing back Mighty Morphin and just a handful of them from there. But as I met actors at the cons and they showed an interest in it, I started bringing back other Rangers from other forces, like Time Force, Jason Font's character. Yes, it was the first one to come back from another Ranger force. And that's when the name Legacy Force came, because I realized that these Ranger actors have left a legacy behind them, and I'm now having them as adults. They're not teenagers anymore. They're full adults now. Some have come back and forth, like Tommy, and been multiple Rangers. This is a chance for all of them to come back in this time period, whether they come from a different time zone, different dimension. They're all in this one dimension, which actually turns out to be the original dimension. And
Right.
It's
So,
a big storyline.
and just to let you guys know, this is something she came up with. It's a fanfic comic book. So, guys, have you seen a lot of stuff? I mean, guys, I can say, Alicia, keep going. I would love to see how this turns out. I know you've been working on it for quite some time. It takes a lot of time, guys.
I had stopped originally with the Hasbro takeover. They weren't overly fond of the series. Saban was. I had Saban's blessing. But I kind of stopped writing it there for a while. But with the loss of Jason recently, I've decided that whether or not this becomes an official storyline for the Power Rangers legacy, I owe it to Jason and the other actors that have helped me to build this project.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, even though, I mean, because yeah, we'll get to your topic in a bit. Sorry, Rick. He's like, I'm ready now, and you're doing this, man. Really, on my topic, really. But in all honesty, I'll tell you right now, guys, if you have a passion project,
My internet just went down.
Yeah, can you hear me? You can still hear me, right?
I can't now.
Okay.
I
So
wasn't
let
sure
me
if
say
you could
this.
hear me or not.
If you guys have like a passion project like Alicia does, don't let it stop you. Guys,
Yep.
you could just say, this is not this we do not work for Hasbro or anything like that. And I'm sure this is more of a dedication.
Yep.
That's what it is. And you're more than welcome to do stuff like that.
Yep.
If it's an
Don't let-
original idea that you have, just because it involves these characters, you can do something original. And but actually, I had an idea right here. I'm going to say this right now. Rick, we're going to get into your topic. I promise. I'm sorry, but was going to say this at the end. Rick, he's done some fanfics. And Alicia with her comic. I had an idea in order also to dedicate a tribute to Jason Dave Frank. A one-shot comic about him, and it would be involving a fictionalized character of Jason David Frank representing him fight at a convention, and a monster would come out and start attacking the convention, and the only thing he has to choose is to grab the Master Morpher and activate his past Ranger forms. Unfortunately, those end up getting destroyed. It's kind of, you know, a little bit something like that. But then it would represent Legend of the White Dragon. I just thought of that at the top of my head. You know, Power Rangers, then combining that, you know, promoting Legend of the White Dragon in a way, him being himself, something like that. I had that idea. Like, you know, and then the Ranger community, the fandom is cheering him on, even though it looks like all hope is lost. We're cheering him on and everything. And then, you know, Aaron I would include Aaron. He throws him the crystal of the White Dragon. And then the monster would say, another Ranger? Jason would be like this. He would be like, oh, trust me, this is not a Power Ranger. This is a whole new generation. And you're about to learn the hard way, or something like that. Something epic, something fun to represent Jason David Frank from the past to the future. I had that idea. I'm gonna, you know, like I said, I want to collab with Rick and Alicia on this. It sounds like it's like a one-shot thing. It's not going to be a full series. It's something dedicating to Jason and his passion that he had for the fans, and, you know, us cheering him on, as you know, in the comic. I know it sounds a little far-fetched. I'm thinking that would never happen at a convention. No freaking rubber monster would come through and attack. Like, but hey, it's fun. It's a fun comic, you know, representing the character that he played and trying to get to a new. It would be awesome. I just thought of that idea, so I'll discuss this a little bit more with you and Rick at the end of this. But let's go ahead and get to Rick's topic, because I'm sure he's like, dude, come on, I'm ready. All right, Rick, it's boom time. Go ahead.
Yeah. All right. So, first up, issue 105 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is set to come out February 15th. New powers are added to the board as the Power Rangers continue their frantic search for their missing Green Ranger, while the Omega Rangers have encountered peril of their own. In a perilous hunt for the Death Ranger, is help from one of the Power Rangers' most twisted enemies the advantage they need, or are they being led into a trap? So, based on that, sounds like we're getting the Omega Rangers back in. Sounds like Death Ranger somehow is still around. And most twisted enemies? Huh. Interesting. Almost sounds like Draken's back. But we'll have to wait and see.
He never wants to leave.
We got multiple covers here. So this one, which is similar to the one from the 104.
Similar is like putting it lightly. It's basically the same. I mean, I kid you not. I don't know if this was a mistake on, I get, like I said, guys, I get these covers. I find them on War for Legacy so we can talk about them on here. But I think this is the exact same cover of issue. I believe so.
Yeah, I think it actually is now that I'm looking at it.
So I guess it was a mix up, but anyway, let's go to you want to go to the next cover?
Yeah.
Okay, good idea. Now this is one that has not been mentioned yet.
Oh yeah. This is cover B. The fact that you got Scorpina, you got Goldar. Yeah. This one is nicely drawn.
Okay.
Of course, then you got the next cover. One that's making me lead to believing that Draken's someone coming back. Because you got Draken, Tommy Oliver, action figure, a cover. Comes with a Saba, Dragon Dagger, the standard. This would really be nice if they actually release figures with these. But, of course, it's just a cover. This is the 1 in 10 cover. There's a 1 in 25 cover, which is a solid, non-written version of the previous image. And then apparently there's a full art version of the main cover, repeat, which is also going to be available.
Yeah, and I find it interesting that they we already know this is an alternate version of Tommy, but they just know him as Lord Draken.
Yes.
But they still mention Tommy Oliver.
Well, that's because he is Tommy Oliver. His Ranger form is Lord Draken.
Oh, okay.
But he goes by Draken as well now, because he's done that for years in his dimension. He hasn't been Tommy since he decided to side with Rita and really start going down that route. And then he fully took the name of Lord Draken when his power got merged with the White Ranger powers.
Right. So,
which, by the way, is funny because the White Ranger powers have always been known as the white light, the source of good, can't be turned evil. Well, apparently they can.
Well, I mean, I think it's because if you notice that with too much power, it does affect him. So if you notice, because he has these like veins on his, it's really, yeah. But.
Well, that was from the explosion of everything. He didn't have those before Shattered Grid.
Okay. All right. So next up on your topic.
One moment here. I'm working on getting a good thing for that.
Let me know when you're ready so we can go to the variant.
Sure. All right.
Okay.
So next up is the upcoming Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, issue number 3. This is coming out February 22nd. And it's Shredder versus Ranger X as the battle goes underway, and Rita's armies are a powerful match for our depowered heroes. Unlikely alliances and unlikely sanctuaries abound as the Rangers and Turtles, mainly Billy and Donatello, put their heads together and create a secret weapon. But the problem is, it might change them in ways they can't come back from.
Whoa.
So, yes, this form that we see on the front cover here is known as Ranger X. And it's no secret of who it is. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle character everyone was hoping to see as a modified version of the White Ranger. It's Casey Jones.
I've got to tell you right now, we need this as a Lightning Collection figure.
Yes.
Get on that, Hasbro.
So, of course, you get the main cover, which, I mean, that is just nice as hell.
Got that right.
But, yeah.
Ready for the next one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, that one's not even listed here.
They're off.
Right.
No.
Yeah. This, I think this might be cover B.
Yeah, the covers are listed. It's just fact is they're not popping up. I don't understand why it's not popping up on one.
Well, like where I'm getting my information from right now, because his link wasn't working for me. Doesn't even have this cover listed. And usually it has more covers.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, this is definitely a nicely drawn cover. So, like I said, I think it's cover B because this thing's not giving me B, D, or F. So,
right. So
now
ready for the next
cover C.
This looks familiar, and all of us that knew the back in the 90s and stuff like that, everybody that remembered the video game from the Ninja Turtles and everything, me, Alicia, David, Rick, tell us about this cover.
Oh, this is cover C. This is the video game cover. Yeah. Now, unlike the video game where you could only play as one of the Rangers or two if you have multiplayer, they actually have all of them there. And if you notice in the life bar, each life bar shows 03. And the reason for that is to represent that this is the third issue.
Oh, yeah. I just noticed that now.
It's a subtle hint.
Okay. Are you ready for the next cover?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is cover E. Billy and Leo teaming up. I mean, people remember from the first Power Rangers Turtles crossover, Leo got Billy's powers. So, yeah.
Yep. And the next one.
Okay, I don't have this one listed, but yeah. Mikey and Trini.
Love that.
So that's probably cover F, or it might be D.
It's either or. So next up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this one's not even on my list either. Okay. Yeah, so Raph and Tommy fighting some putties and Foot Clan.
And the next one is
Creates property damage. Reminiscent of the movie.
oh yeah. I think that's pretty much it. So yeah,
Yeah. And one cover I have on mine that actually I think you may have had that. No, you had a different cover, but there's also this cover.
ooh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So
That is the Shaja Shisha variant. I am mispronouncing that. Apparently, it's an artist getting their own variant.
not making fun of their name. It's just that
Yeah,
I thought
it's a cover art. It's a artist that they have for covers, so they get a comic book companies will allow their artists to each design covers periodically as variants, and
so.
the more
Alicia, let me
popular
know
they
you-
are, the more they get.
So, Alicia, what do you think of Rick's topic and everything we've seen here?
I think it's awesome. I'm not completely up to date with the Ranger series. I do have the first series of the Ninja Turtle ones, which was an awesome read. Definitely, I would love to read the second version of the series. I would love to get caught up on the Mighty Morphin series. I just don't have the comics. I would love to get copies of them.
And the fact is, as Alicia said, I am way behind. I know what happens in Shattered Grid because I've seen posts and everything about them, but I am so behind, way behind. I need to sit down and read them and actually, take the time to read them just to sit down and read them. It's just, it's hard. David, what about you, man? What do you think?
It's like
The covers do look cool as always, and kind of like with you, Alicia. I'm a little far behind too. I've only read like a few of the comics, but I just love seeing like the covers, and also the video game one did look interesting.
Yeah. That was Rick's topic, guys. Rick, if you would like to say something real quick before we move on to our last topic.
As always, support your small businesses, support your local comic book shops, support paper copy. I support a bunch, way too much.
So anyway,
so yeah, definitely support the local comic book shops.
So anyway, Alicia's still going to be in here with us as we talk about this topic. This is our last topic of the evening. It's our Power Rangers Dino Fury Season 2 episode rates. So she gets to see some little, little screenshots and stuff like that. So she gets an idea. I'm sure if she ever gets time to sit down and watch it, she will. So the episode we will be rating and giving our opinion on is episode 19, Bad Vibes. That's why I came up with the name Beware the Glare. You'll see in this part. So here we have a drill that they're working on to actually make it easier to plant more trees, which I think that's what they're using it for. So David, what do you recognize? What do you remember of this scene?
It's with Izzy and Javi's dad. They're working on the drill thing. That's all I don't
Rick,
remember like this particular scene though, but yeah.
Rick, what do you remember of this?
Oh God. Yeah, they're working on doing something.
Yeah. And so they're getting but anyway, so this episode they have a family tradition where they would go do karaoke night.
You meant the episode, not just this scene.
Well, yeah, but this scene too was in it. But so Javi and Izzy weren't too keen on doing family karaoke night, considering they're a lot older and everything. They're not,
Yeah, they have a life, and
yeah. Me, not so much, but that's besides the point. So in this episode, the reason why it's called Bad Vibes because Izzy and Javi get blasted by a Sporix blaster, which turns them evil. They get affected by Sporix. And when they go back to the command center, they get scanned, and then, Izzy attacks Solon, and, they try to take the Sporix that they had, but they missed their chance to get it. So, but that's why I called this Beware the Glare, because the glare in their evil. So what they're planning to do is use their dad's drill to break in to the base and try to get the Sporix, but while keeping, and they go do karaoke and everything with their dad. And it's kind of funny because I've never heard Izzy sing before. I've never heard Tessa Rouse sing before, and she's amazing. She's great. She's got a great voice, and during that scene, they realize they forgot how much fun they had doing this with their parents. And, the memories and the love they had broke the control of the Sporix beast that, that was taking over them. So in this scene right here, when they're with the Rangers, they're like, "Are you guys okay?" He's like, "Well, what happened? What's going on?" And then Amelia, I think, David, do you remember this scene a little bit?
yes, I think like Amelia was saying like, "Hey, earlier you guys were turning evil," something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, that's all I
Yeah,
remember.
and then she was like this, like, "You guys were like, I'm gonna destroy you, rawr!" or something
Yeah,
like
right,
that.
exactly.
And Rick, what do you remember of this scene right here?
Isn't that where they finally got freed and about to join the
Yes.
Rangers for the fight?
Yep, of course.
Mhm.
So
And they apparently had no memory.
of what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of what Sporix was in this. I'm gonna look it up right now. I mean, because guys, I get this on I get this information from a Twitter, these screenshots from a Twitter page called Power Rangers Daily, and they they're only able to put like 4 pictures up there, so which is good. That way, I can at least tell you a little bit about it, give you my little the Sporix they were going up against was called Clawfair, which is this character right here. So, yep. And of course, it gets destroyed, it loses, and everybody's all happy. Because that's how it is in Power Rangers. But
Except-
in this scene, the drill that they were trying to get, there was a code and stuff. They used this code because it was somebody's birthday or whatever, or something like that. And it drilled into the base in Dinohenge.
What was the date that the family became united, I believe?
Yeah.
Like the anniversary.
And this part right here, as she's doing a crossword puzzle, because what else is Solon going to do when she's not helping the Rangers? She's going to do a crossword puzzle. So, she it gets gets broken into. So Solon got hurt, and that's where it leaves off. With this episode, I liked the message they had and everything. It was very good. I'm going to give it a 10 because I really enjoyed this episode. And guys, this is we only have 3 more episodes left of Dino Fury and our season. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a 10. David, what about you, man?
I'd give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you think of the episode? What you remember?
Yeah, it was a good episode, and it ended on a cliffhanger. But of course, we'll find out what happens next.
Yep. Rick, what about you, man? What do you give it?
So, I mean, we're getting to a good part. So, it's like I've said before, this season has had some serious callbacks to season 3 of Mighty Morphin, like an overarching story. Yeah, the Rangers may save the day, but they lose in something else and stuff like that. And I'm actually going to give this a 10 because
Ha!
it is a good episode.
So, yep, I gave it a 10. Go ahead.
I may not remember everything, but I do remember good parts. So
Yeah. So I gave it a 10. David, you gave it a, what was it again?
8.
8. And Rick gave it a 10. So there you go. Alicia's just like, sure.
yeah. One
So,
thing you gotta
yeah.
remember is Nate gives almost every episode a 10. Last
Well, 'cause I
week's
enjoyed
episode,
it.
he gave it a 9.
Gave
which
it a
was
9,
surprise.
Yeah, because I wanted to shut him up. So anyway, guys, that's it for our episode. I want to say, a few things. Well, let me say, Alicia, what would you like to say before we sign off here?
Thanks for having me tonight, kind of pulling me up and distracting me a little bit. And you make me feel shameful because I haven't seen anything past Zeo except for Time Force.
Whoa.
Oh,
But you haven't
Yeah.
even seen Dino Thunder?
You know, Jason used to bitch at me all the time for that one.
Dino Thunder was my first full season. Oh my gosh.
yep. Well, now she's going to be going like this. Like, great. Now I got to go look this up on YouTube later. So,
I've
yeah,
seen
really.
Well, it's a lot easier to search on YouTube.
David, what would you like to say, man?
This is a good episode. Of course, it has been a rough week, but at least we had all of us had a good Thanksgiving. So, yeah.
Rick, what would you like to say?
Again, support your local comic book shops, support small businesses. They're in your community. They help your community. Support them.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do my outro here as usual. So here we go. All right, guys. But thank you for tuning in. Like I said, this will be recorded, so you guys can watch it on YouTube. Make sure you guys you like our Facebook page. Make sure to follow our Twitter, our Instagram, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And no, there's no OnlyFans. Okay, just to let you know. No OnlyFans, but Rick said
It's only puns.
OnlyFans. And guys, make sure to tune in tomorrow for the
With more butter than ever.
for the service for Jason Dave Frank. Like I said, I'm going to try to work on some stuff with my co-host here, and we'll put something together. A Facebook live stream honoring Jason Dave Frank with the fans. It won't be right now. I'm trying to wait until, and then we'll get to that. I'm trying to figure out a date and everything. So see when everybody's available. So guys, yeah, like I said, it's like we said, it has been a tough time. Like David said, it's been a tough time. So, but anyway, stay safe, stay healthy, stay more phenomenal. And as in the words of Tommy Oliver, may the power protect you. And Zordon, of course. And remember, it's morphin' time. Everybody wave bye.
Bye.
And here is for next week's episode. 177.
It's the Ralph Conway.
Is it though? We don't know. And